Thank you for letting us speak. We're from a place called Keynsham, which is in between Bristol and Bath. It's a smallish town, about 23,000. And the background is that, like lots of councils, our county council declared a climate emergency in March 2019. Our Keynsham Town Council did the same in May 2019. And we got quite a strong Churches Together group, of which we are part as the Baptist Church. And we proposed an idea to the town council for an eco festival in the autumn of. We proposed it in 2020, and it was due to go ahead in September 2021. And the local authorities are really keen. I'm sure some of you are also finding that it ticks a lot of the environmental boxes for them. So they offered us grants, both authorities, so we were up and running. The purpose was, so this, what you can see on your screen is our kind of motto emblem for the event. The purpose was to raise awareness of the situation, to promote networking amongst green organisations and businesses, including churches, and also to help build community resilience, because we knew we were going to be facing climate-related challenges in the future. I think, like we heard earlier, the key thing was getting lots of people involved. So it was Churches Together, it was Keynsham Town Council, it was Transition Keynsham, it was local schools, we had Extinction Rebellion on board, we had a local photographic society called Snap and Stroll or something like that, the local library, Avon Wildlife Trust, and it was a real good cooperative effort. Took place in the centre of the town, on a sort of market area outside the library, and also we used a sort of conference facility above the library called The Space. That's the name of it. So that was that. Next one. We started work on publicity and applying for grants and working with different organisations, trying to get them to sign up to stall, hiring the stalls, which is the biggest expense we had. Messages of support came in, as you can see, from Bill Bailey here, and Robert Hopkins and Dale Vince. It all helps if you can put those on your Facebook page and that kind of thing. The main part of the Eco Festival was a Friday night and a Saturday. So the Friday we had a panel event. You can see a kind of a part of a poster for it here in The Space. We had 4 speakers from the Soil Association, Wildlife Trust, Community Energy and Triodos Bank, and they were brilliant. Local authority allowed us to use their ticketing system. We charged £5 a seat, had 80 people, and it was a really good evening. The next day, Saturday, we had over 30 stalls in this kind of market area. Some were promoting environmentally friendly products, some were raising awareness about issues, and some, next one, were just getting the kids involved with art and craft. We've got a high street which leads away from this area, and there's our church, the Baptist Church and the Methodist Church are on the high street. So we wanted a spiritual dimension as well. So in our church, we had a photo and art display, and this is a picture of the display from this walk and stroll and snap group. And I don't know if you can see this, but we gave them the theme, the good, the bad and the ugly. So they came up with photographs and put them into these different categories. And then visitors were encouraged to come along and actually move them about if they disagreed where they were, and write a comment in the book there as to why they've moved it, and put a little line showing where they moved it. And that was quite interesting to talk to people about the different perceptions people have. So the kids were really pleased that there's an ice cream van in the park, for example. That was a good thing, whereas other people thought, no, you don't want a vehicle in the park, move it. Or this plant's really nice. No, it's not native species. This kind of arguments. It was quite fun. So that was a good discussion start. Next one, we had a more traditional kind of display of the problems of global warming. And then in the Methodist Church, they had some prayer stations, some of which were put up by the Girls' Brigade, and coffee and tea. So that was a bit more sort of sedate. And outside, we've got a thing called the Memorial Park, which runs sort of parallel to the high street, and there was some outdoor activities, sort of nature-based, hands-on, that the kids got involved in. Another one, so they can make sort of things like that. And then the last slide just shows you that we had the local radio interviewing people on the day and playing responses during the following week. And all the responses were great, so they were very encouraging. We were encouraged. So the overall effect was positive. A couple of learning points as I draw to a close. The September date proved too early for schools to get as involved as we'd hoped. So this meant that the art exhibition in our church had to be augmented by other things. I had to create some displays myself, because we didn't get much stuff from children because it was just 3 weeks into the new term. So that was part of the problem. Secondly, we're a bit naive in the planning stage, didn't realise how contentious the issue of involving political parties might be. We'd invited the Green Party to have a stall, and then, of course, well, it would be fair to invite the other parties, but then do we want the other parties there? And would they talk about more than just their green credentials? So in the end, we had to make this decision to sort of not have any political party, including the Green Party. So I just warn you, that's something you'll have to sort of deal with if you plan one of these. Yeah, another festival we're going to plan. The council are very keen for us to make this an annual event. So we've got one planned for this coming autumn. We're going to choose October this time to allow the schools to be more involved, centering it in the same area. Getting a bit more of a defined focus this year on food and food security, although we're not limiting the stallholders to that. But it has meant that we can involve a local garden and a local cafe, which are going to run practical sessions during the week leading up to the weekend, to show people how to grow and cook stuff on a budget and that's healthy. We've got Giuseppe, who's a local, he won the recent Bake Off and he lives locally. He's going to sort of judge an environmentally themed cake competition, cake looks like a polar bear or whatever. I don't know what they'll come up with. And we've asked a local school, which is opening in September, which is Passive House Standards, and they're going to host an inter-school event. So other schools are going to send children from their environmental committees that they've got within the school, and they're going to be set a task and they're going to work and produce an answer to this challenge, and we're going to display the results of that, but they'll be involving the parents. So focusing that in the school rather than say in our church, which I think is going to be an improvement. So we're looking forward to that, and yeah, thanks for listening.
Thank you very much.